Hey, eighth grade teachers, I'm going to give you guys an overview of how to input these Wednesday resources for September 2nd into your Schoology course. So you can certainly kind of do that yourself by clicking on these individual links. However, I'm going to show you where these things are located in Schoology so that you can just copy those to your course. So I'm going to open up one of my Sandbox courses. I'm going to go to my Wednesday folder. I'm going to go to Add Materials and then Import from Resources. So from here, I'm going to go to that middle school social studies teacher group. And then the way I'm going to do that is this left side that says group, and then MS social studies teachers, 8th grade, week 2, and I'm scroll down to Wednesday. So you'll notice 3 things here. I'm going to go ahead and click that top check mark to select all 3. I'll click import. It'll ask me one more time, import. So there's a few things that you'll need to do before these are ready to go for your students. The first thing you want to do is this is those live slides. So you'll click on that link and it will force you to make a copy. I'm actually going to click on, whenever this happens, I always click on this little window and then it opens it up into a new tab. So just a little trick I've learned on Schoology. So what I'm going to do now is make a copy. And you want to edit the slide however it suits you. So you maybe have some sort of a Google form or some sort of attendance that your campus might do. There is a would you rather. If time permits, if you feel like I'm just too rushed, it's Wednesday, you've already done a couple icebreakers, so maybe you take that off, okay? There's a little overview on Tuesday's assignment based on that ThingLink map over reasons for colonization. And then there's a bit of a hook to just bring them into the learning for today, as the learning objective is I can compare and contrast the Jamestown and Plymouth colonies. So on that last slide, you'll see kind of their prompts for what they're going to do today on their own time. So once you have this the way you want it, I'm going to rename this Vasquez. I need to make sure that I change the sharing settings so that my students can actually see these slides if I choose to post them. So I'm going to change that link to everyone in Northside can view. Super important. I'm going to copy that link and click done. I'm going to go back to my Schoology page and I need to actually edit this. So I'm going to go back to my Wednesday, September 2nd. I'm going to click on this gear to edit it. And then what I can do is change that link to my new link that's now so everyone can view it. And I can either display it in Schoology, but sometimes that causes errors. If I click on that button again, it'll display it in a new window. And all that means is that it'll pop up into a new tab for my students when they click on that, and I'll save the changes. Now, if you want to be fancy, you can also, instead of copying those live slides as a link, you can do add materials and you can add it as a page. And that basically makes it to where it embeds it into Schoology so the kids can click through the slides in Schoology. If you want more on that, you can look at Tuesday, September 1st video located in the week 2 teacher overview right here. It'll show you in that video how to add a page. All right, moving on, we have the Jamestown versus Plymouth notes. So you're going to notice it has teacher directions here, so we need to edit this before we publish this to students and add it into all of our courses. So you're going to notice that there's a link here for you to make your own copy of the notes activity, because this is a Google Drive assignment that we want students to have their own copy to edit, kind of like what we did in Google Classroom last year. So what I'm going to do is click on that link. I'm going to right click and open link in a new tab. I'll go to those notes. It's going to have me make my own copy. I'll close out those live slides so that we're not confused about what's what. So in this activity, students are going to watch a video clip about Jamestown from the Story of Us. And then they're going to also utilize an article that they can really just skim through to get whatever other information they need. That is a Britannica article, so the username and password's located there. And basically, as they're watching that information, they're just filling out these 4 areas on the slide. Okay, so doing that for Jamestown. When they're done with that, they'll watch a piece of the video clip for Plymouth, and they'll be answering pretty much the same questions as they did for Jamestown on this slide. Once they've done that, then they're going to go answer the exit ticket, and you see a screenshot here so they know how to locate that in your course. Now, as a teacher, you might not tell your students this, but maybe you don't actually grade this slide. Maybe this is more of their practice, and what you're really going to check is that exit ticket. Okay, so let me show you how to add this slideshow. Let's say maybe you edited some things. let's look at how we add this into our course so students can access it. I'm going to click on share. Always make sure if you're embedding some sort of Google Slides or doc that you change it to Northside Can View. And I'll copy the link in case I need it and then click done. I go back into my course. I'm going to delete all of these teacher directions from that assignment. The student directions remain. Now I'm going to click on Google Drive Assignments. That's going to take me to this long list, right? Luckily right here, Vasquez, Jamestown. That's what I want. And I'll click blue attach. You'll notice it says this will create a copy for each student. Perfect. You can then change these things as far as grading as you see fit, but we're going to go to Save Changes. Now from here, you could also unpublish it. You don't want your students to see that yet, so that'd be a good idea from the get-go as well. Now, the last thing I want to take a look at is this exit ticket for Jamestown versus Plymouth. We'll take a look at it just so you can kind of see the structure. You could also click on preview so that you kind of see what the questions look like as the teacher. There's some drop downs. There's some, I'm going to go back. There's some drop down questions. There's some kind of drag and drop options. So there's different questions that you can see that will basically be testing them on what they did in the Jamestown and Plymouth notes page. Okay, so once you have this the way that you want it, I'm going to click cancel. Once you have this the way that you want it, you can save it, but I'm going to go back into the assignment, and here's why. You'll notice right here it says submissions disabled. If it stays this way, your kids won't be able to do the assignment even once you've published it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to my Wednesday folder right here, and then I'm going to click on the gear next to the exit ticket, and I am going to edit it. Now this screen's going to come up. You're going to notice right here it says submissions and disabled. That means kids can't submit or answer those questions yet. Now what I really like is this one, enable from blank until blank, meaning I'm going to give it a window in which it'll open up for students to be able to submit responses. Okay, so I can change those dates here to reflect when the kids are actually going to be doing it. We're going to be in September. And so I can add in a window. Maybe I want them to do it by 11:59, or I'm sorry, we're in the second. Maybe I want to do this at 11:59 p.m. Or I'm sorry, let's say I open it at 8 a.m. This is the open. And then let's say I want to close it that same day at 11:59 p.m., for example. Okay, so now it's actually enabled for that time period, and then I can save those changes. There's other things that you can do, grading categories and so forth. I'm going to save changes. Okay, so now I would want to copy this over to my courses. Now there's a known feature in Schoology that when I copy over anything that's a Google assignment, such as this Jamestown and Plymouth notes, that assignment's going to, the actual attachment is going to drop off. So let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to add these materials to another course. So in order to copy all three of these things to my other courses at the same time, I'm going to go back to my week 2 folder. I'm going to see, oh yeah, I have all three of those things here. So I'm going to go to the gear that's next to my Wednesday, September 2nd folder because I want to copy the whole folder over. So I'm going to go to copy to courses. I only have one other Sandbox course. I want the whole folder, so I'm just going to click none for folder, and I'm going to copy the folder over. Copy folder again. Now I'm going to go to that other course that we copied over so that you can see what happened with those assignments. So when I look at Wednesday, I do have all three things there, but I'm going to click on Wednesday so we can look at it in more detail. What you're going to notice when I go to that Jamestown versus Plymouth notes is that all the directions are still there, but let me go to this edit gear. All the directions are still there, but there's no Google Drive assignment. It's not there, and so it wouldn't be making a copy for each student. So what you'll have to do for each course that you pull this assignment into is you'll have to click on Google Drive assignments, and then you will have to attach those notes again. Now, it's already going to create a copy for each student, so you're good there, but then make sure you save the changes. Okay, so for whatever courses that you copy that over to, you'd have to do that extra step of attaching. And if I go back and go to edit, I can see that it's there. If you guys have any other questions, please reach out to us or one of your tech coaches and we'd be happy to help you.